Hello Aries and welcome to my channel Attila Tarot. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for watching my previous videos that I created for your sign. I'm really grateful for it. Today we will take a look at what kind of energies you can expect in the month of April from a money, career and finance perspective. As usual, this is a general reading, so please take whatever resonates and leave the rest behind, or take take a look at your other placements. So Aries, it seems like that you're going through a major transformation in your life from a money, career, finance perspective. In the center of your reading, you do have the Death card. Don't get scared. The Death really just means transition, something changing, a really big change happening to you. But let's take a look at what are the energies, what are the other cards that are influencing that. In the first column you do have the Justice, the Five of Cups and the Knight of Wands. So the Justice cards usually means it can mean some legal activity, it can be some kind of a process where you're really getting what you deserve. It's an indication of that what you sow, what you reap type of activity. If you did well, if you were all positive, you're gonna get rewarded for it. But if you were on the shady side, you're gonna get what you really deserve. But it's usually in terms of career and money, it can be an indication of integrity at work, being rewarded, being accountable at work, and it's a card of balance as well. You do have the Five of Cups. Now the Five of Cups is a card that indicates that you are going through some kind of a grieving process. It's a card of sadness. It can be an indication that you might have lost your job recently, and you're not really over it. As you can see, it's a card that indicates that there's something better coming for you as well, and don't necessarily cry over spilled milk. And then you do have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a great card because it's all about passion, energy at work. It can be an indication of brave decisions. It can be a new business, but it's a card that indicates a sudden influx of money as well. So what I can really see from this three combination, that you might have lost your job lately, and there might be some legal activity related to that. Maybe they didn't treat you fairly, maybe you're expecting some money, but what the card really indicates that there will be a decision in your favor and you're gonna get rewarded. You're gonna get rewarded. Really, two cards are indicating that you're gonna get rewarded and you're gonna get money. So if you're going through a process where you lost your job and you're expecting some kind of a legal activity around it, you're gonna get what you deserve. You're gonna get the money that you are looking for. It's not an easy process to go through, but sometimes it's not easy. But let's continue what you have in the coming up. You do have the Devil, you do have the Death card, and you do have the Three of Swords. The Devil is an indication that you might be feeling trapped. You might be self-sabotaging yourself. It can be an indication of bad habits, oppression, addiction, dependency. So what I can see here, that you might have a hard time letting go what happened at your work. You're still kind of changed to that old place. You are still kind of going through rethinking what happened, and you're not letting it go. Now in some of the indication of the devil can be some addiction. It can be that I hope you're not turning towards alcohol or drugs, but it can be an indication. It can be that um, that's what you're trying to do in order to get through the past. Uh, Again, it already happened. You have the death coming in, which is the major transformation. Again, it's an indication that you're transitioning in your job, your career is changing. It might be that it's an indication that you're leaving a job that was unfulfilling for you. And when you look at the death card, there's quite a lot of interesting things on it. There are quite a few people that are in front of the death. So the change is coming for them, and these people kind of indicating how you are able to cope with the change. You do have the king that was very rigid, didn't want to let go whatever achieved. You do have this priest that is praying, that is welcoming the change. You do have this innocent child who is really greeting the change because excited for it. And then you have this girl who kind of expects it but turns the head away because a little bit afraid. So there's all sorts of ways you are able to deal with change. But the card also indicates it has the sun, that the sun is rising. This change is bringing you positivity. And then you do have the Three of Swords. Now, the Three of Swords, again, it's an indication of job loss. It's an indication of sadness. It's an indication of feeling hopeless. So what I can see that this change of jobs is really taking you very hard. You have very hard time coping with it. You are feeling lost, trapped. You're kind of still in the grieving mode. But I can kind of tell you to really embrace this change. It seems that whatever you went through was a hard time, and there's something better coming for you. But let's take a look at what is the final outcome. But before that, please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. It's an indication for me that the message resonated with you, and it also helped me to grow the channel. But I'm very happy as well to hear in the comment section what's happening in your professional life. In the next column, you do have the Five of Wands, the Ten of Cups, which is great, and the Knight of Swords. The Five of Wands is usually an indication of some kind of a competition. It can really mean a couple of things. It can be a card of conflict as well. It seems that the environment you're in, it can be the industry, or the work that you were doing is a very competitive. It seems that there's lots of competition to get a new job, but I'm kind of going through that this change that you're going through. Again, you have hard time dealing with it, and there's a lot of competition. It's not easy to get through. But the very positive thing that then what's followed is the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is really the card that indicates rainbow after the rain, right? So when you went through something hard, it's a card of happiness. If you look at them, they're very happy, they're celebrating, they have a lovely harmonious home, and it's a card of the happiness, fulfillment, emotional stability, security, and harmony. And it's a card of belonging as well. So it can be an indication that this change that's coming to you, you should embrace it, you should look forward to it and not backwards, because it will bring you happiness at the end. It is a card as well, the feeling of having enough. So as much as you might go through a hard time emotionally right now, you're gonna be able to recover, you're gonna be happy, you're gonna have enough you're gonna have what you need. And then you do have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is somebody who's very direct, impatient, is inspired. It's a card of making a big move. So it seems that something is coming in for you. It can be an offer that's gonna make you happy. Um, but it can be an indication is that you might be very impatient with this change. I think you just need to let things happen, because this change seems to be very karmic. Like when you have the justice and when you have the death, it can be an indication of karmic change. So whatever is happening to you, that's what it's supposed to happen. And again, the final outcome is very positive. You're gonna get to your Ten of Cups. You're gonna get to your happy place. um, so Aries, that's all I have for you. I hope that this message resonated, and if you're going through something hard, I'm sending you love and hugs, and don't forget that after the rain comes the sunshine, and after the darkness comes the light, and it shows in your cards as well. So wishing you good luck, Aries, and hope to see you soon.